legislator, if you are very, very popular, 2027, come and run under Abuja. We will friend you. You think that what happened last time will happen again? You think so? It will not happen again. If you are popular, come and run. Luckily for me, I'm there 50 minutes for now. So that's my territory. I'm not afraid.
Bros, hold on. Don't go away yet. You see this video, you're going to learn a lot. I promise you. If you don't, when you see my video next time, don't click. We're going to discuss a lot about politics. I respond to my comments. You can as well drop whatever thing you feel in the comment section. But before you do that, please subscribe to this channel so that we can discuss more and more. We want to build a community. We want to learn so that we can push ourselves and build together. Let's grow together. Now, back to the video you watched. This is Wike, somebody who couldn't win a primary election in Nigeria. Somebody who, without rigging, without violence, without destroying, looting and stealing and snatching of ballot boxes, he cannot win an election. This is the person dragging Ireti Kingibe, somebody who won election legitimately, without violence, without rigging, without nothing. She was unanimously, voted as a senator in the National Assembly. And somebody who has question mark, who cannot even scale through primary election, is threatening her that if care is not taken, she will not even care is not taken. Yes, Wike is threatening Ireti Kingibe that she will not return to the National Assembly. This is the country we find ourselves. Now, I'm actually addressing the Nigerian youths. How far can these politicians push us? Look at the way they are displaying their impunity, their stubbornness, their agberoism publicly, disgracing the entire country. And if you watch this video very well, you realize that the same FCT residents who are crying, oh, Wike is busy building bridges, he's building Kotani roads that have no problem. I've actually witnessed that. He's busy adding quota to expressway that are smooth. Meanwhile, the ones that are still left untarred, the mud road, are still there. We will come to that. Now, the FCT residents who are shouting that Wike is busy doing roads, he's busy doing this. Why there is hunger in the land? Why this? Who is going to apply the road where there is no fuel? Where the people cannot even afford anything? The same people complaining of the hardship in the FCT, the same people are there answering him no when he asks the question that do you think it will be the way it is before? The same FCT residents who are shouting of hardship and everything, the same people are answering him no. So what is the color of our problems? How far can these people push us? This is how our politicians are. And at every given time, we want to blame Britain. We want to blame external forces. Whom our internal forces are the one inviting those external forces. Because the truth of the matter is, if we are in one accord, the black man is not greedy. We want to work together. We want to make the African continent, we want to make Nigeria better. You see these IMF, World Bank, name them, the different international structures and organizations. There is little or there is nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. But because the black man is so stingy, is so greedy, self-centered, when these international organizations stretch their hands, we are quick to accept it. Even when we know that these hands, that this international organization, the IMF, the World Bank, are stretching towards these aids, they are against our own people. But because doing that, we put some millions in our pockets, we will rush it. We will accept the hands quickly. We will sign. We are sent to whatever thing that they are proposing. This is who the black man is. And in my previous video, I gave a scenario that some of you blaming, some of those our black brothers blaming these IMF and the international organization and structures that they are the one responsible for African and Nigerian backwardness. This is it. I have told you that primarily it's not the IMF and the World Bank, from my own perspective, and I'm going to prove it to you. For instance, if you're a doctor and you have a patient who is suffering from ulcer, another one who is suffering from asthma, you as the doctor, you will recommend food for them, and you also tell them the food that they will avoid. Now, this food that they will avoid, it's not like if they eat the food, it's not like somebody who doesn't have asthma at all, somebody who doesn't have ulcer at all. If the person eats those food that the asthma patient will avoid, the person who doesn't have any trace of asthma and ulcer at all, if the person eat the food that should be avoided by the asthma patient, that person cannot have ulcer because the food does not initiate ulcer in your system. It's just that the food will, if you have ulcer already, if you have asthma already, if you eat that food, it will aggravate the effects of the sicknesses, of the diseases that are already in your body. Do you understand? So this IMF and World Bank, they are the food. Are you getting me? Africans already have dubiousness and greed in them. We need to accept this fact. We shouldn't be dodging and running away from these things. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Let's tell ourselves our problems, so that we can deal with them one after the other. But the moment you know the problem, you discover that solution is already coming. You get it? So this IMF and World Bank and all manners of international structures, they will stretch their ugly hands, all in the name of AIDS. And you see dubious and greedy Africans rushing to do their bid. Are you getting me? That they are, making the environment okay for some of our dubious politicians who are even ready to rig the election on their own accord. So when this World Bank just stretch the hands of support to them, oh yeah, you see them rigging the election with impunity openly. And that is what is happening in Nigeria, and by extension Africa. So blaming Britain, we should stop this thing. And let me tell you the truth, Nigerians. This is to Nigerian youth right now. We are failing in our duty. I've always said this, and I will say it again here, that the Nigerian people are failing in their own duty. It is not just the government that is failing. The Nigerian people are failing woefully. What? See, in case you don't know, because in the mind of a layman, in the mind of an ordinary Nigerian, the government is the president, to his ministers, to legislators, to state governors, to local government chairmen, ward councillors, and the state governors, the governors, commissioners, and on and on. That is what government means to the ordinary man in Nigeria. But let me use this medium to tell you now, the citizens are swear part of the government. The citizens is a layer of the government. It's an aspect of the government. The citizens are also the government. And the citizens is the most powerful is the most powerful layer of the government. Is the most powerful aspect of the government. But we are not making use of this power. The citizens cannot be powerful if they don't come together. And our politicians know this so well. That is the reason they devise all manners of means to keep us divided. The moment we are together, I tell you the truth, no army, not even the American SEAL, not even the Wagner group can fight the citizens. We are the most powerful organ of the government. And they know this. And they don't want you to realize this. And the few of us that know, they don't want us to, gather others. They don't want us to sensitize others. That is the reason they are scared of protest. See, we are failing in our duties. As I speak to you now, in Nigeria, the ordinary Nigerian does not even know the public, or let me say the government official that is representing his constituency, that is representing his local government, even the state commissioners of their own state. They don't know them. They don't know their names. They don't know anything about them. Okay, let's go to the State House of Assembly. We don't even know, and we don't care to know. The people representing us in the state level, we don't know them. It's only the governor and the president we know, and some popular ministers. Finish. Any tiny thing that happens, we want to heap our blame on the president. If anything happens in your state, oh, Tinubu. If anything happens in your state, oh, Wike. We just know those popular ones. And we are not interested to know these guys. Now, how can you know them when you are not following them up? How can you hold them accountable when you are not following them up? You don't even know the things that they are discussing in your State House of Assembly. You don't know the bills that they are passing. You don't know anything. You don't know the amount that has been, disbursed to the government official representing your side, your tribe. You don't know. You don't know nothing. You don't know. So how are you going to hold them accountable? Because all of them, they have social media accounts. You are to follow them up. When you follow them up, you see that, okay, money has been disbursed to one or to anybody to go and carry out a project in any constituency or in any area. You follow that person up. You can write to the person. That's the reason there is this information bill. That's the reason since 2011, I think, that bill has been passed. And Nigerians are not making use of it. All we know is just to complain. Follow them up. By the time you follow their proceedings in the State House of Assembly, you're also following the proceedings in the National House of Assembly. Then, when you write them and you include everything in detail, even that government official, we know that you've been following them up. And they wouldn't want to mess with you. They have the duty to respond to whatever letter you are writing to them within 24 hours. If they don't, you escalate it. That's why you have the social media. You can even tag me and we will blow it up. And because these guys are politicians, they always want to run for office and on like that. They don't want you to drag their names to the mud. Having that in mind, they will want to respond to you. They will want to explain to you how that money is being utilized. But since we are not following them up, we don't even know if they give them any money. We don't even know the biz. We don't even know the discussion on the floor of our State House of Assembly. We don't know nothing. We don't know anything. So the only thing we are interested in is Tinubu in Abuja. It must be Tinubu. I have always told Nigerians that Tinubu cannot build your state. The president cannot build your state. The mentality of loot, cut corners, make money at all costs without value, just make the money. He will carry that same mentality into government office and start looting. Where did he learn it from? From the society, of course. From the society. Society taught that guy, or that public official, how to loot before becoming a politician. This is the problem we are in. So, how far can they push us? I have told you that the most powerful organ of the government, is the citizens. But here we are, even some of us that know these things, we are not even interested to talk about it. As I'm talking to you now, Nigerians are online looking for cruise videos. Cruise. Like I always say, as bad as Buhari's tenure, Buhari administration, Buhari never held the monthly allowance of any state. He paid all the state as and when due, sharp. No state can come out to say that, okay, our monthly allocation has not been disbursed. So you discover that there is hardship, that there is all manners of terrible plague in your state. It's your governors, his commissioner, the people representing your State House of Assembly, and the local government chairman. Hold those people accountable, even the ward councillors and the other parastatals. We always want to, okay, now let's face ourselves as citizens now. We always want to, point accusing fingers to the government. Government. Are the citizens better? We as citizens, we are so choked with the mindset of cutting corners. We're also choked with greed. Everybody is looking for money without value. Because if the citizens are good people, go to our Civil Service Commission that is occupied by citizens. See the level of corruption in our civil service. The level of corruption, the level of nepotism, the level of chauvinism, the level of I know me, I know you. And tell that person that I sent you. This is the problem. When the corruption favors Christians will call it grace. But when it favors Muslim, we will call it Islamization agenda. This is so you discover that before a citizen will contest in an election and enter government office, that citizen is already corrupted. The citizen is already corrupted, so when he enters government, the mentality of loot, cut corners. I've never seen where crews solve a political problem of a nation. Never. Some of us will say, if not for this cruise, we would have died. So you are there looking for cruise videos. As I'm speaking to you now, politicians are already pitching their tent. They are already arranging how they will rig election in their own favor. But the citizens, instead of them to, follow these people up, know how we can organize ourselves. No, we are online looking for cruise videos. Then, in the eve of the election, that's when we want to organize ourselves. That's when you turn to the in the eve of the election. A month to the election, you see everybody, this person we are waiting for. You think it's by that? As I'm speaking to you now, politicians are, if guys not even taking, they've even perfected their deals, they've perfected their conclusions. It's just to enforce them that is left. And you are there. You are there looking for comedian videos that you will laugh in the hardship. Then when you are done laughing, when another 4 years come, you go and vote nonsense in. Then you continue looking for cruise videos again. Like this, una go chichichi, una go chon. Like this, no dey pro, I no fit fool you. Africans, and especially Nigerians, always think that our political leaders have misplacement of priorities. But the truth of the matter is, we are wrong. You see, we as citizens, we always think that when these political leaders, get into office, they should face the grievances of the citizens. They should focus on the things that will make the country move forward. But we need to understand that what we see as priority is different from what these political leaders are seeing as priority. Whatever you see an African political leader does is what the society that particular leader grew up in when he was a teenager, when he was a child. The society that political leader grew up taught him everything, or taught her everything that he or she is doing in office. I'd like to play you a video before we progress.
Before you come to us politicians, I know that is the direction we are going. We politicians, even if you call us anything, if you compare us to all the corruption, our own is a very small one. Our corruption is